When a youth joins the army, first of all he is put through rigorous training. And the more sweat a soldier sheds in this training, the less blood he will shed on the battlefield. Friends, this principle applies to our life insurance business as well. Whenever I post a video on my channel, my primary goal is to equip you with the knowledge and the training you need to achieve success easily the moment you step into the field. But before moving on to the video, I want to clarify something. If you are here based on the thumbnail or title, thinking that this video is only about filling the LIC survey form, then let me tell you, it is much more than that. Imagine you are already become a member of corporate club or Galaxy Club in LIC. But now you are struggling to maintain your membership, or maybe you have attained MDRT status and are now trying to get yourself a COT status. Whatever your current situation, if you are looking for a significant positive change in your business, this video will guide you. However, the main thing is to watch it carefully, take notes and apply that you learn. Now let's not waste any more time and get straight to the content. In the LIC survey form, first you see a section to fill in the client's contact details. Today's video will focus on the importance of these contact details. Even if you are not currently working on the survey form, this information is also important for you. When you are in the field, collecting the client contact detail is just not a routine job. It is the foundation for you to secure a bright future. But before we move on, I have a question for you. When you fill out a new proposal form for an LIC policy, there is always a section that asks, what is the purpose of buying this insurance? What do you write? I believe most of us, or maybe 99% of us, write saving and protection. Am I right? But let me ask you, do you really believe that every insurance policy is sold only on saving and protection? Based on my field experience, and I am sure yours matches as well, when you explain a policy to a client, you discuss the maturity benefits, you discuss the protection offers, and yes, you also talk about the unfortunate possibilities of a death claim. At the end of it, the client may feel motivated and decided, okay, let's buy this policy. However, this is where we often go wrong. Have you ever asked a client, after a year or 2 year paying premiums, what do you plan to do with this money when this policy matures? Most likely, when they first bought the policy, they did not have a concerted plan. But as time goes by, they start mentally allocating that maturity amount to something specific, maybe their children's education or buying a home. This tells us an important thing. If you did not access the client's real needs when you sell a policy, it may not fully serve its needed purpose when it matures. So I recommended you start your policy presentation by addressing the client objectives. Now I understand you might be thinking, what if I ask a client what they need and they respond, I did not need anything? Or tell me they already have enough insurance. That's a valid concern, and we will look at how to overcome such objections in this video. When I ask the customer why he should buy an insurance policy, the customer is likely said to know. So the question arises, can we create the customer need ourselves? Of course, we can. But the challenge is that before creating the need, we as a life insurance agent must truly understand the various reasons why a customer may choose to buy an insurance policy. Let us first look at the specific need that a customer can meet through an LIC policy, or how we, as advisor, can recommend life insurance policy to meet those needs. From my experience in the Indian life insurance industry, I have observed many agents selling policies Specifically, LIC agents often focus on promoting policies like Jeevan Anand, Jeevan Labh, Money Back policy, among others. Now, I am not suggesting that this approach to selling policy is wrong. However, based on my experience, I can tell you that when an agent attempts to sell insurance this way, it often results in smaller insurance covers. In many cases, policies like this tend to lapse prematurely, which ultimately leads to losses for the agent. On other hand, when an agent presents a life insurance plan tailored for daughter's wedding or for a children's education or for a retirement planning, the sale process becomes smoother. In such cases, agents can successfully sell a larger insurance cover, and this policy tends to stay in force. There are even life insurance policies specifically designed to save on income tax. When you sell insurance based on these needs, the sum assured could be 2 million, 2.5 millions, or even 5 millions rupees. However, if you are aiming to sell policies with 100 millions or 200 millions rupees in coverage, even this approach won't be enough. For such high value policies, you need to tap into advanced planning strategies like estate planning, charity trusts, or temple constructions planning. I believe many LIC agents may not even be aware of such advanced strategies. If this is something new for you, it's likely you have never explored these possibilities. But if you are interested in learning more, I highly recommend you to subscribe to our YouTube channel Jeevan Bima Bazaar, where we regularly share valuable insights that can help you excel in your business. Similarly, if you are looking to work with large firms, corporate houses, or factory owners, you can create the needs for insurance through employee-employer schemes. There are also LIC schemes like the Bima Gram and Bima School that can help you generate customer needs effectively. In today's video, my primary goal is to share some key concepts about need creation that can help you achieve greater success in your business. Let's now briefly discuss the LIC survey form. When you look at the survey form, the first thing you need to enter is your agency code, followed by the region or area where you are conducting the survey. After these fields, you need to record the client's contact details. This includes their name, date of birth, address, mobile number, and email ID. However, I must point out that if you are meeting a prospect for the first time, they may be hesitate to share personal information upfront. In such cases, I suggest completing the other parts of the survey first. I am confident that by the end of conversation, you will have established enough rapport to request their contact information comfortably. One more critical point I would like to emphasize, and this is not just related to LIC survey form, but applies to any instruction with a new client. It is essential to build a personal connection. You may remember I posted a video on September 9, 2024 titled 9 Tips for Success in Life Insurance Agency. I believe many of you have already watched it. If not, I will share the link in the description box of this video and I encourage you to check it out. In one example from that video, I explained how to approach conversation with a client. Let's say you tell the client, "Sir, I noticed that the interest examination forms of GCUP have been released and Rahul is about to complete his 10th grade this year. If we get him admitted to Polytechnic College, it could be great opportunity for his future." When you engage with client in this way, they no longer see you just as an insurance agent. They start viewing you as a part of their family. Another important scenario, if you visit a client and notice they have a young child, you might think of presenting an insurance plan that helps secure the child's professional education. But do you have accurate information on professional education costs? Can you provide the clients up-to-date insights on what it costs to become a doctor, engineer, or architect in today's education system? Are you aware of the top colleges in your region and their tuition fees? Imagine an agent sitting with a client, confidently naming the top 10 medical colleges in the region and detailing their fees. The agent also explains what courses a child must pursue to complete an MBBS degree, followed by a presentation of a life insurance policy. Do you think the client would be impressed? I am sure they would. Now, two questions should come into your mind. First, how can you call a client and start discussing their child's education by name? And second, how do you gather such detailed knowledge about education systems and other areas interest? Let's explore these questions one by one. Let's first understand why the points mentioned above are so crucial. Always remember, in this world, every individual values their name, their children, and their own interest the most. If you can make people feel that you genuinely care about them and have their best interested at heart, they will undoubtedly begin to see you as one of their own and accept you wholeheartedly. Imagine when you talking to someone, you mention their children's name in the conversation, or let's say a child had math examination today, you call the parents in the evening and say, I heard Nitin had math examination today. How did it go? You even talk a moment to speak with the child. This small act will leave lasting impression on the person, and they will begin to see you as a part of their extended family. Remember, by working in this manner, you are not just nurturing relationship today, but you are also planting seeds for the future success. Yes, today you are young and energetic, capable of meeting people and putting in more effort. But as time passes, your ability to work as hard will naturally decline. However, those children you built relationship with will grow up and start their own ventures. And because you made an effort to build a connection with them today, when the time comes for them to invest in life insurance, guess who they will reach out to? Now consider another scenario. You meet a client whose younger brother is currently unemployed. Let me ask you, how do you normally treat someone who is unemployed? Typically, most LIC agents would not bother spending much time on such individuals. But think about this. What if tomorrow this unemployed person is secured a good job? When they are ready to buy insurance, will they reach out to you? Now let's say you save that person's number and tell them, don't worry my friend, tough times don't last forever. Soon you will find a good job. I have many clients who often looking for people to hire. I will make sure to let you know if I come across any opportunity that suit you. And here's the key, not only do you say this, but you actively make an effort to help that person by keeping an eye out for job opening and informing them when you find something. Even if they don't accept the job offer, what do you think their opinion of you will be? And when they do find employment, who do you think they will contact for insurance? Now, if you want to build these kinds of relationships with customers, these are 3 essential steps you need to follow. But remember, the method I am about to share with you, if applied correctly, can bring you unparalleled benefits. The first step is to gather as much information as possible about to every person you meet, whether through survey forms or direct contact. Save this information in your phone in such a way that when you call them, you have all the relevant details at your fingertips. Let's take a closer look at the information you should collect. Whenever you meet someone, you should obtain their basic personal details, such as their name, date of birth, address, mobile number, and email ID. But don't stop there. You should also collect information about their spouse and children, including their names, date of birth, and contact details. If the children are still in school, find out which grade they are in. If they are employed, inquire about their occupation. Additionally, it would be beneficial to know how many family members are unemployed and, if possible, advise them to register on job platforms like Naukri.com. This will not only enhance your relationship with the family but also provide you with valuable data. Once you have gathered all this information, it's important to save it in Google Contacts. Make sure to log into Google Contacts with the same Gmail ID that you use on your phone. You should download the Google Contacts app on your phone to facilitate this process. When saving a client's contact details in Google Contacts, save it under the name of the head of the household. Include their name, profession, mobile number, email ID, address, and so on. Google Contacts has notes section where you can record additional detail about the family members and then save the contact. Now, whenever you use Google Contacts app to call a client, all the details of the clients and their family will be readily available. So, if you need to refer to their child during the conversation, you can do so with ease and confidence. Trust me, this effort not only strengthens your relationship with the client but also boosts your business significantly. Let's now move on the next topic. Now let's talk about powerful need creation and the essential sources required to build strong customer relationships. What I mean, if you want to compel your clients to purchase a life insurance policy, you need to have the kind of data that makes them realize the necessity of securing their future. For instance, let's say you are presenting a policy designed to safeguard a child's future, and you believe the client is keen on their child pursuing a career in medical sector. If through your presentation, the client sees that the policy is most suitable option to help their child become a doctor or surgeon, the likelihood of them purchasing that policy increases significantly. Similarly, if a client's goal is for their child to become an engineer and your presentation successfully addresses that need, they will naturally show interest in the policy. But to create such presentation effectively, you need to be equipped with key information that ensures your clients listen attentively to what you have to say. For example, if you learn that the client wishes to help their child pursue an MBBS degree, and you can inform them about the education path they need to follow, would not they find your input valuable? If you can share about the best institutes for professional education in their region, their interest in what you have to say will grow. Moreover, if you provide insight into cost of MBBS education, including tuition fees and study materials, the client will begin to realize the importance of saving for their child's future education. Once you inform them about rising education expenses, they will inevitably conclude that their savings should account not only the current costs but also for inflation. This is a powerful tool that can help you make significant insurance sales. Now the question arises, how do you gather such information? Let me introduce you three primary sources that can offer tremendous benefits. First, think about numerous schools, colleges, and professional institutions in your district or in your area. Many people are connected to this educational system. In my opinion, this sector presents limitless opportunities for expanding your life insurance business. Let me explain how. Imagine you are visit an educational institution to conduct a survey and update the faculty and staff about LIC. In the process, you make several valuable connections. These connections can open doors to significant advantage. Let me walk you through one example. Suppose you meet a teacher or professor and ask them about the best educational system for a student aspiring to pursue engineering. You explain that you are seeking this information to provide accurate guidance to parents or potential clients. Now, what impression do you think the professor will have of you? They will no longer see you as just an insurance agent, but as someone who genuinely cares about the well-being of their clients. The next time you meet the teachers or professor, perhaps casually on the street, you can easily say, "Sir, how are you?" If you or ever have any questions about life insurance, feel free to contact me. Would not such efforts increase the likelihood of them becoming your client? Now, let's consider another scenario. If the teacher or professor you meet cannot provide the information you seek, they can direct you to someone who can. In this way, you gain valuable new prospects for your business. The second point I want to highlight is that as you gather more information about various educational systems and institutions, you can enhance your presentations. This added value will certainly work to your advantage. To further strengthen your presentation, you can directly connect these institutions and gather detailed information about their courses, fees, and offerings. When you include such valuable resources in your presentations, they become far more powerful and persuasive. Another important aspect to consider is that many teachers run coaching centers. You can approach them, collect information about their offerings, and even get promotional materials. By sharing this information with your clients or connecting them with teachers, you will add value to your service. Imagine the impact this has. A teacher who gains more students thanks to your efforts will see an increase in their income. When you later approach them about purchasing a life insurance policy, they will be far more inclined to listen to you. And if you ask them for referrals, they will be more than willing to connect you with other potential clients. As for the client who finds a good teacher for their children's education through your efforts, they will no longer see you as just an insurance agent but as a trusted advisor. So, I highly encourage you to pursue this approach. Now, let's shift focus to understanding the medical sector. As a trainer, I would strongly recommend focusing on selling life insurance to professionals in the medical and healthcare sectors if you wish to achieve swift success in this business. The primary reason is that individuals in this field typically do not face financial constraints. By targeting and connecting with these segments, you can effectively introduce them to your life insurance products. Believe me, this approach significantly increases your chances of securing large insurance policies. Now you might be wondering how to establish contact and individuals in this sector. My advice is to use the LIC survey form as an effective tool to reach out of them. However, if you prefer not to use survey forms, I can suggest another highly beneficial approach. Let's consider the scenario where you approach a doctor and you are unsure how to start the conversation. I suggest beginning with a proper introduction. You might say, "Good morning, sir. My name is Ritesh Kumar Upadhyay, and I work as life insurance advisor with LIC of India. I have often heard about you from my friends and I have longed for the opportunity to meet you. Sir, I am truly interested to learning about your journey to success as a renowned doctor. Your experiences and challenges you have overcome truly inspire me, and I would love to hear your story." When you approach someone in this manner, they are likely to welcome you and share their journey with you in great details. Listen attentively and encourage them to share more about their experiences. This type of instruction not only builds a connection with the doctor, but also provides you with valuable insights from their life's struggles. These real-life stories can be incredibly motivating, especially when you share them with others, and they also help establish a distinct and positive image of you in the minds of others. Once the doctor finishes sharing their experiences, you can introduce your services by saying, "Sir, as I am mentioned earlier, I am life insurance agent with LIC of India. Should you ever need to purchase a life insurance policy or have any question related to insurance, please feel free to contact me. Sir, your journey and accomplishments have truly inspired me, and it would be my privilege to assist you in any way possible. Additionally, You could offer to promote the doctor's services to your clients by saying, "Sir, I have many clients who may benefit from your expertise. If you don't mind, I would like to share information about your practices with them. It would be helpful if you could provide me with details about the medical services you offer so I can accurately inform my clients." I assure you, most doctors will appreciate this offer as you are essentially offering them free publicity. You could also ask, "Sir, if you have any promotional materials, I would be happy to distribute them as I share information about your services with my clients." Now just imagine the positive impact this could have on your relationship with these professionals. By promoting their services, you build goodwill and foster a strong connection with them. Let me give you another example. Suppose someone in your neighborhood is experiencing severe abdominal pain and you recommended the best gastrologist you know, Dr. Verma, to them. You accompany the patient to Dr. Verma's hospital where the staff treats you with great respect and the patient receives excellent care. This experience will leave a lasting impression on the patient's family, enhancing your reputation significantly. Now imagine another agent who is unknown to the hospital staff visits the same family the next day. Who do you think the family will regard more highly? Your relationship with that family will now be much stronger, and they will see you as more than just an insurance agent. Finally, let me touch upon another important point. I am sure you sell Mediclaim and health insurance policies, or at the very least critical illness riders. This sector can be incredibly beneficial for you. By connecting with hospitals, you can obtain accurate data on the cost associated with various illnesses, which you can then use in your policy's presentation. Furthermore, hospitals can provide you with case studies. If you learn from hospital records that a particular family had a cancer patient, you can reach out to them. Families who have faced such serious illness are often more open to purchasing plans like cancer care for their other members. Moreover, learning about the financial difficulties they endured due to the lack of health insurance provides you with powerful, real-time examples to share during the presentations. In conclusion, as a trainer and someone who sincerely wishes for your success, I strongly recommend that you make an effort to expand your business within the healthcare sector. I assure you, it will be proved to be highly rewarding for you. Let's move on to the final and arguably the most crucial aspect of our discussion. A strategy that can significantly enhance your customer relationship and provide a powerful edge to your business. Earlier in this video, I suggested adding the details of unemployed individuals to your contact list and helping them discover various employment opportunities. But how can you effectively gather and share this valuable information? To do this effectively, you will need to tap into diverse sources. Educational institutions and hospitals are excellent resources, as they often have staffing needs that arise unexpectedly. In addition, newspapers and job-related websites can be invaluable tools for staying updated on the latest opportunities in your area. Moreover, don't overlook local businesses such as petrol stations, hardware stores, restaurants, shopping malls, vehicle showrooms, and service centers. These establishments frequently require personnel and can serve excellent touchpoints. Wedding-related businesses can also be fruitful avenue to explore. By connecting with these entities, you stand to gain direct benefit. They can become some of your best prospects for purchasing insurance policies. Additionally, they can provide employment opportunities to your clients who are in need of job, creating a mutually beneficial relationship. Now, I want to emphasize the critical point. Many of you use social media platforms to share information about LIC policies, often repeating the same content. This can cause people to disengage from your platforms. However, if you diversify your post with practical information that appeals to people's personal interests, such as job opportunities, you will notice that more and more individuals will start following you. As you integrate your insurance products into these valuable and varied posts, the reach of your content will naturally expand, leading to greater engagement and ultimately more business successes. I hope the strategies shared in this video proved to be useful to you. If you found value in this content, please give this video a like. And if you genuinely committed to building a successful insurance business, leave a comment below with your name and let us know which groups of people you plan to connect with using the techniques discussed. To ensure you don't miss out on future tips and strategies, make sure to subscribe our YouTube channel Jeevan Bima Bazaar. Let's conclude this video here, but I look forward to seeing you in the next one very soon.